So our life force is our real currency. It's not money. Money's not. It takes life force to earn the money. Have you figured that out yet? I did. I realized it's all about energy management and life force management, actually. Same thing. Life force is your energy. I realized when I was making these YouTube videos 3.5 years ago, I said, damn, this takes a lot of time and energy. Hence, the answer to people's, not many, some of the ignorant ones, the question, oh, but you charge for groups and books. I'm like, yeah, man, I live in a world where, especially now in the West, I need, man's got to eat, keep these gains up. So I realized I was spending so much time and energy. There's no way I could do that and then go work somewhere else. It's like, if I'm going to do videos, I need to earn some income doing that. And so then God provided a way to do that. So my point is, though, if I wanted to make a lot of money, man, that would cost a lot of life force. I would, because I dabbled with that in the past. I said, okay, let's do a bunch of private sessions and do a bunch of groups. And yeah, okay, you can make money, but at what expense? Yeah, I don't want to spend my life force just to make more money. Like, what am I going to do with the money? This is why living a simple life, those are blessed. Those people who don't want anything, for the most part, you're blessed. I've said before, the definition of being rich is when you have more money than you can spend. Rather that be, if you make $1,000 a month, there's people that make $1,000 a month who are rich, and those people who make 10 grand a month are poor. People who are making 10 grand a month, they got too much stuff. Houses and boats and cars and jet skis and motorcycles and mistresses and all kinds of things. Like, you got to take care of all that. That eats up your life force. How important is your life force for you? It's important for me. This whole existence, this whole game of life it's about life force. When I used to, edge, meaning like try to get attention from girls, get stimulated, get a dopamine hit by them giving me validation by smiling. Right, like it's a real genuine smile. Some, but everybody has an angle for the most part, they just don't know it. But I would spend so much time and energy, man, especially in the third world countries, because it was just fun. I don't regret it. It was fun. It was a good experience. But you know how much life force I spent on trying to get attention and trying to look at your life and analyze. Are you spending your life force in a positive, like, are you spending it in a wise way? This is what I'm saying. Just look at everything you do. Make a journal for a week and go through what do you do each day? How are you spending your life force? Where do you spend your life force through actions? You spend it through thinking. Do a real inventory of your life so that you can see what you're doing. People don't know what they're doing. They don't look at nothing. They're just living like an automated. They're just going, next thing, next. It's like, man, look at your life and see what you're doing. Especially if you don't have any energy. Then you really need to look at your life. Like, what am I doing? The food I'm eating, the habits that I'm engaged in, my thought patterns. Like, what am I doing? How carelessly am I burning up my life force? Yeah, that's the question. Are you spending your life force on things that are going to give you dividends? Like that's actually either doesn't lose much life force or actually pays you life force dividends. All right? Are you? Or are you spending your life force on things that are just sucking you dry? It's like if I took $100 out and just threw it in the woods. There, I lost it. Versus if I took $100 and put it in the bank, and then after a year, maybe I earn $1. Better example, give $100 to somebody, help somebody somehow that I felt inwardly inclined to help, not just randomly, but to be open and say, okay, God, who needs some help? And then the situation will present itself, and then I help. And okay, that will be, don't the religious people call that tithing? That'll be returned to you. It's some universal principle. So, are you spending your life force in a way that's regenerative, or are you just losing it? Because everything we do costs life force. I'm walking right now through the woods. The body has to spend life force to walk. And I'm holding this damn stick, and it's giving me gains in my bicep. But it's taking life force. All right. Intruders. Gotta make a U-turn. Is that good? Is that a good thing that I'm doing? Because I'm spending life force. Yeah, it's good. Why? Because I'm inwardly moved to do it. I'm making a video. I'm sharing truth. Somebody's gonna absorb that. It's gonna help emphasize their already existing truth because they're just hearing it again. This is all a satsang group does, or a real teacher does, is I don't like the word teacher, by the way, is they re-emphasize things you already know, and so those principles get stronger in you. This is what we do in our groups. If you would like to see about those, you can see our website. Go to satsang, spiritual satsang. So I'm sharing this message. I know it's going to reach others because the universe has already demonstrated that that's what happens when I make videos. And so it's worth, so that gives life force. That's a dividend, a life force dividend. The fact that I'm sharing a message that is for the higher spiritual evolution in somebody. Then there's some law of circulation that activates, and I get some life force for doing that. So, therefore, it's worth it that I'm spending life force walking through the jungle and exercising my bicep holding this damn stick. Now you're going to see some intruders. They have dogs. That's a brother out there. They're making the dogs. You hear him? How's it going, man? See him? See, the dogs, they know that I had a girl call me a dog whisperer once because we were going to pick blueberries in Ecuador. She had her kids with us. And kids are like 6 or 7 or 8 or maybe 10. I don't know. I'm bad with age. And kids were scared because the last time they went, the dogs were like chasing them. And so then we went, and sure enough, the dog starts running, and the kid got scared and started crying. And then I got on my knees or something, and I was just doing something funny. And then the dog recognized it. See, he can tune to frequency. And then I started playing with the dog. And then the mom, she was in the bushes picking berries, and she came because she heard the kid crying, and then she saw that the situation was cool, and she gave me the name Dog Whisperer. I said, that's cool. There was another example. I forgot. Well, maybe because I'm supposed to get back on topic. So, life force. I think that's a good example. What I just shared about spending life force walking down the trail because I'm doing something that's gonna give dividends on my life force. So there you go. That's the example that's an example you can use when you're introspecting in your own life. Of course, things are never so easy because the mind can justify and rationalize anything. There's just no way around it. So self-honesty is a must. But still, if you make the attempt and effort to sit down with a pencil and paper and start checking yourself and just doing an honest evaluation of your life, an inventory of your life, and look and see, you're going to find a lot of things how you're like losing your life force. When you see it, now you have a chance of like stopping, like letting it go. Now there's some things you can't escape, you can't be perfect. There's certain habits and addiction. Maybe somebody's addicted to coffee or smoking or whatever, drugs, alcohol, I don't know. There's some things you're gonna have to work on. They're like, they have a stronger imprint in our being. That's fine, work on it. But there's other things you can just stop. You can stop right now. You just stop doing it. Talking to certain people, wasting your time doing things that you just don't, you don't need to do. You're doing it just because it's like just an unconscious habit. You're just used to doing it. Oh, I guess I gotta do this again. No, you don't. Pay attention. Is it sucking your life force? If it is, stop doing it. And then you'll start to get more life force. The more life force you have, the more opportunity for spiritual transformation. This is the game of life. We need to have life force for this alchemic process to work. You can't just lay down on the couch and eat chocolate and watch violent sex movies all night and don't exercise and then think that because you're gonna do a little 10-minute meditation or prayer that's gonna like do something. No, there needs to be some full spectrum synergy in your lifestyle. And so this is a more practical principle we're talking on today about how do you lose your life force and how do you get life force, and just start doing things that give you life force rather than taking your life force. And then continue with your spiritual practice and you'll find that it's more efficient. Because some people, their lifestyle nullifies their spiritual practice. Then they go find some non-dual teacher that says nothing matters anyway, and then they use that as a justification to keep being unconscious. See how the mind works on all levels and all ways? Like, we need grace to really help shine its light of authenticity and wisdom in our hearts so that we can actually see things clear. Most people, they can't see anything clear. Imagining they can see things clear, that's the worst. I'd much rather work with somebody who knows they can't see things clear, because then there's space for some clarity to arise. If you already think you know everything, then there's no space. But life will construct some kind of bottom. You'll bottom out at some point, and then you'll have to look at yourself, some catharsis, and then there'll be some space. This game of transcendence is foolproof. Like, you can't stay unconscious. It's coded into spiritual evolution that we wake up. We can't miss. All right, I'm gonna go make a smoothie now and get life force. I'll see you.